Is it worth buying Coca-Cola stock in 2022, right now or when the price is lower, and what will happen to the dividends? Previously I was mentioning that Coca-Cola is inflation-proof business because it's unlikely for people to spend less money on Coca-Cola's products during high inflation or recession. It's a defensive, safe sector. I don't know if Coca-Cola ever had an unprofitable year, but for the last 40 years there wasn't. Does it mean that Coca-Cola is a good buy? Well, let's see. The company sells its products in all countries around the world except Cuba and North Korea. The company's beverage sales include sparkling soft drinks, water, sport drinks, juice, dairy, and even plant-based beverages. And 94% of the world's population have heard about the company's flagship drink at least once. That is top-selling soft drink in most countries. The Coca-Cola company acquired many other beverage companies and is the world's largest producer of plastic waste. The first decade of 21st century was excellent for the Coca-Cola company. Net income increased multiple times. The company didn't have any significant debt and was spending about half of net income on dividends. But since 2012, the company began to stagnate. Revenue and net income started to decrease, and despite the company's stagnation, it kept increasing dividends. If in the zeros the company was spending half of its income on dividends, now it spends almost all income on dividends, which makes it questionable if the company will keep increasing them. Well, the company could easily cut on speculative expansion, expenses, and increase the prices for its products. According to the forecasts, the company's revenue and net income will be slowly growing in the next few years, so the dividends are not in danger and the company's stagnation might have ended, but still it doesn't really look good. The company increased its debt by almost 3 times in the last 10 years, while operating income stayed at the same level. Dividends per share used to grow in the double digits, in the zeros. Now we can see a clear dividend hike deceleration. And there is already very little room for further dividend growth. As for the stock indicators, they don't look very exciting. Forward price earnings ratio is 25, that's not so great for the slowly growing company. Debt to equity 1.9, and that's high. 15 years ago it was almost zero, by the way. But return on equity and profit margin are pretty good. 3 years ago the company acquired Costa Coffee, a British coffee house chain that is the second largest coffee house chain in the world. Then the company axed new energy drink that should compete with Red Bull and Monster beverage, but seems like it wasn't really successful. Recently Coca-Cola announced another beverage. The company has teamed up with Constellation Brands, another beverage company, to launch a line of Fresca-based cocktails. This is Coca-Cola's second foray into alcohol-based products. So the company still tries to expand a line of products, still acquires other beverage companies. If this has success and the forward earnings reports are good, this will be a good sign that company stagnation has ended. Conclusion. Coca-Cola was, is and will be a stable, reliable dividend payer, inflation and recession-proof business with diversified portfolio of products and stable cash flows. However, the stock right now is quite expensive. The company spends almost all income on dividends, which is why the financial condition is not really good. If there is any room to improve, it's little. In my opinion, the stock is not worth buying. Well, it's up to you, of course. Well, I would like to just see a dividend cut. It doesn't sound exciting to me when a company's dividend payout ratio is almost 90%. I would like to see a lower price. And I would also like to see that the company's new beverages have success. That's all, thank you for listening.